I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker. Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
You guessed it, Pressure Points with your two favorite hosts. I'm D, and this is Toasted Up AJ. We're coming at you with Season 7, Episode 31, Dr. Brinkley's Balls. We're talking about the heroic genius that brought us our favorite infomercials. Find us on Instagram and Patreon at pointsopressure.com. Let's get going.
Well, turn the fucking thing off, you dumbass.
Classic intro as always.
You like how I said that?
I really like how you said that.
I think if you guys want to go back and listen really closely, you can hear AJ exhale slightly.
Yeah, I think you can. I might have been in there.
It's like a small hidden laugh.
Yeah, well, it was more my shoulders slumping in disappointment. Yeah, so no, this episode is fucking insane.
I'm excited. You've hyped it up. Before we get into all that, for those of you on Patreon, the August exclusive came up yesterday on September 1st. It
doesn't count because it was a holiday weekend.
Yeah, holiday weekend, so it's technically August 32nd. You guys didn't know that.
August 32nd.
Yeah, exclusive is up. If you're interested in checking us out on Patreon, patreon.com/pointsopressure. Exclusive episode per month. You also get an ad-free version of the show. AJ has his series called Voices and a bunch of sloppy seconds. Check that shit out.
Ad-free.
Ad-free, the big one. And follow us on Instagram. We had a lot of... She posts a bunch of really good additional content. So go check us out there.
Pictures, additional shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mocks me in every
post.
caption.
Yeah.
So yeah. Go follow us there and check it all out. And we do have a free tier on Patreon. So yeah, go check them out. We recorded back to back.
Yeah.
So
we're caught up.
How's your week?
Oh,
been?
you know. No, let's just talk instead of doing the whole catch up because it was good. It was good for both of us. Mm-hmm. There you go.
If you want to find out how our week
Patreon.
was, go check it out on Patreon, I guess.
But when you were growing up,
yes,
were there times?
Are there specific products that I can remember?
Well, yeah, we'll talk about those. But I just love the times when there was nothing on TV except infomercials.
Yeah, it was. My memory of it is infomercials were sick days from school or during the summer because we were glued to the TV. It was too hot to go outside to do anything. Or we were too lazy, and it was like between, what was that? Like The Price is Right at like 9 a.m. to, you ever watch Matlock?
No, but I know, I saw the commercial, saw it turn on, and then change the channel. Yeah.
Matlock at 1, which we loved. Matlock was our fucking go-to,
really?
Yeah. That was at 1, so that 4-hour block was always just infomercials. Mm-hmm. And it was the Magic Bullet, baby.
Oh, Magic Bullet.
Sluts for the Magic Bullet.
Oh, my God.
Commercials,
so
OxyClean. I don't remember. It wasn't Cutco knives, but there was a knife one that
there was a knife one.
Yeah.
Oh, what else was there?
The juicer.
Yep, the Jack LaLanne juicer.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's core in there.
Yeah, man.
Well, the ShamWow. That was a little later.
That one was a little later.
That
one we didn't catch that one as much. Same with like the Slap Chop. That guy was
the Slap Chop.
Own like later.
A little later.
2010 kind of shit. But yeah, that was our go-to, man.
I always wanted a Magic Bullet. I have a Magic Bullet.
I have the Walmart brand that's probably still better than a Magic Bullet.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, what else was there? There were so many good ones. I remember when what's that, like not cleaning, it's like sealing spray and it's tape.
Oh, Flex Tape.
Flex Tape. I remember when that started on the infomercial circuit.
And then they came up with like the Flex Spray, which I've used. I've used that before on a
Yeah, you
fucking-
chainsawed a bucket and then
Yeah.
sprayed it on.
Yeah, and then I sailed across the Pacific Ocean. In
Yeah.
it was a pipe, a leaky pipe that I fucking used it on. I don't know if it's still working to this day. I don't live at that place anymore.
who
but
cares?
It worked for the time. So
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So I love, and obviously nostalgic, love infomercials. Obviously nowadays, and even probably back then, they were pretty predatory.
I will say, this is still stuck, like, so, like, my favorite thing about them, and I think the reason we would always sit and watch them for so long, is the black and white edits that they would do.
Yes.
Of people that are being inconvenienced by, like,
Literally nothing.
the reality of being a human being in, like, the turn of the millennium. And so it was somebody, like, opening their cupboards and they
and
have the worst Tupperware. And
Yeah, I was
Tupperware
just going to say,
from,
all the
like,
Tupperware lids are everywhere.
All the orange and yellow, like, god-awful Tupperware that your grandma had with, like, the folded tops and shit. I don't know if you remember that shit. Those would always, like, pour out of the cupboards. And it was like the cupboards didn't have a back, so you knew somebody was pushing, like, hundreds more of them out. Or...
They're dropping something, it's like, and it's getting everywhere in the most dramatic way possible.
They're mopping and they're like slapping the fucking ceiling. They're like punching holes in the walls for
They're
some
doing
reason.
dishes and water's getting everywhere.
Yeah, like the sloppiest job at doing dishes.
Yeah.
Like they're throwing dishes into the fucking rinse basin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Those are the fucking best. Or like the knife ones would always fuck me up because they were really bad with the knife. I was like, you're going to kill yourself.
I remember the guy, he cut through a shoe, didn't
he? I always loved when they would like
drywall.
Yeah,
cut
they
through
would
drywall.
cut through drywall,
and
or they would before they cut like the thinnest slice of tomato.
Yes.
They would like rub it on a fucking limestone rock on the counter that's been there the whole infomercial.
Yeah, and you're like, when's the
And
rock
he's just
gonna
like,
step in?
And he's
then,
like, look, and he scoops up some of the fucking like rock shavings. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then he the most
fillets
paper
a fucking
thin, like from what was that? It has Mickey Mouse, and they're like cutting a bean, and like the bread, Jack and the Beanstalk, where they're cutting the most see-through piece of bread possible,
and it floats like a feather on a plate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude. They would get the fillet knife, and they'd be like, you can fillet a fish, but we're going to show you something crazy. And they would fillet the peel off of a tomato, off of like a wedge of a tomato. And I remember being like, what the fuck?
I was like, I need to buy one of these knives.
I always wanted like the little hole they had in the counter that they would just slide all the like
trash into.
I was like, that's so sick. But I'm like, that's just falling into a fucking garbage can below.
Yeah.
Like, you could do that. It would just be cleaning that would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And it would
you
stink.
spill anything and it would go through and then spread across the fucking top of the counter below. But I fucking loved infomercials.
And that's crazy because I hate ads. Like nowadays,
I hate them now.
Hate advertising.
If I see them, I'm like, nope, next.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'll close the app.
nostalgia that I have around like bad infomercials, it's up there.
It's up there, yeah. And
no one's ever going to get the magic bullet out of my brain. Ever.
Never.
Because I fucking
That's going to be on
on
my tombstone.
Yeah. Like,
I have one. Never use it. I used it like twice.
Oh,
it's a piece of
mine.
shit.
I use mine for like sauces.
I need like a Ninja
everything.
or something.
Oh, like an actual big blender?
No, like the small Ninja. They have like a magic bullet-esque.
Oh, okay.
I want one of those. This one, you could, like, the best thing in that infomercial was how you could put the cup, the one with the handle, on the blender. And then you could blend up like a fucking mimosa or something.
Yeah, in the
magic bullet. And then you pop it off and you just put a ring on it. It's a cup.
That's what I have.
So
I don't have the one with the handle, but I have like the little rings.
I have that, and I did that, and it fucking burned out. It's so shittily. It burned out like the gear that spins the blade on one of the attachments. And I was like, I just wanted to break up some ice.
Yeah, no, those aren't for
They're
anything
not for
hard.
crushing ice. Yeah. So I feel like, I just want a little high-powered, better one.
Yeah.
Sauces, beautiful.
Perfect.
Curry, beautiful.
Perfect.
Blend some shit up.
It's the best. I love it.
Yeah. So because of that, we couldn't have that experience without Dr. John Romulus Brinkley.
Which is a good name.
It's badass. Romulus.
John Romulus Brinkley.
But first, we're going to talk about his dad,
Okay.
John Richard Brinkley.
Boo.
Not as cool of a
He
name.
sounds like a bad villain.
He kind of is.
He was abusive, wasn't he?
You'll have to make that judgment for yourself. He was a poor mountain man in the backwoods of North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, he was abusive, yeah. North Carolina, yep.
Yeah, the dad, John Sr. Let's call him John Sr.
The way that you said that sounded like John Cena for a second.
John
I was like, what
Cena.
the fuck?
We're going to call him John Cena. So John Sr. was born in 1828. There's not a lot known about him because he was a fucking mountain man in the backwoods of North Carolina. I don't even think he could write. But we know he very loosely practiced medicine.
Oh, God.
Home remedies and shit like that. And then we do know he kind of enters historical record at the beginning of the War of Northern Aggression,
Oh, God.
as he would have called it.
He was probably the only guy who knew where the people of Roanoke went.
Yeah, he probably ate them.
Yeah.
So he enrolls as a medic in the Confederate States Army before he turns 18.
Great.
Also, at this point, he was already married, and then people found out, hey, you're married and you're like 16 in the Army.
What the fuck?
So it was like legally annulled
Oh, God.
because he was underage.
Got married at like fucking 12.
Yeah, legitimately. It was
As
weird.
was tradition in the
As
US,
is tradition. So he eventually became an adult. He survived the Civil War. He gets married 4 times.
Whoa.
Each time, he outlives his wife. Kind of think he's eating his wife.
Yeah.
He's killing them and consuming them.
Curious on this one.
So, again, he born roughly 1828.
Known cannibal, John Richard.
In 1870, so he's what, like 52?
Yeah.
He gets married again to, I love this, Sarah Mingus.
Oh, God.
It's Dingus with an M.
The best is her name is Sarah Mingus Brinkley.
Sarah Mingus Brinkley.
Sarah Mingus Brinkley. God, that's a fucking mouthful.
Yeah. And
She sounds tasty.
she sounds delicious. A few years later, you know, they're living whatever kind of marriage you're going to have.
Has he had any kids with these 4 wives?
I'm
Or
sure.
is he
I'm
eating
sure
them too
he
quickly?
has, but
He's also
not.
eating the baby.
He's also eating the
Yeah.
babies. No, it's
Like
just
a
it's just not
turducken.
really
If you
documented.
eat her while she's pregnant, it's like a turducken.
Yeah, it's perfect. Slow roast.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had kids. They're just not really really documented. Not
cool
really.
as Dr. Brinkley.
Well, they didn't get into the news like Dr. Brinkley. You know, they didn't invent infomercials like Dr. Brinkley. So yeah, he gets married. After a couple years, her niece moves in with him, Sarah Burnett. There's a lot of Johns. There's a lot of Sarahs. So sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't really picture a North Carolina mountain man to be really all that creative when it comes to naming children.
Yeah. Sarah, John, that's it. Yeah. So we're going to call his wife, Sarah Mingus, Sally.
Oh, okay.
Because they started calling her Sally once other Sarah moved in.
Sally Mingus sounds like a fucking language learning app.
Yeah. So Sarah Burnett, the niece, more than 20 years younger than John.
Whoa.
Senior. So, of course, they have a child. John, over the age of 50,
Jesus Christ.
gets his wife's niece pregnant.
How old was Sarah Burnett?
She was 20 years younger than him, so she was almost 30.
Okay.
Something like that.
Oh, not a minor. Great job, John.
Good job. First time.
Yeah. Good job, but also, fuck you. That's still shitty.
Yeah, so they have this little baby. Sally sticks around.
Oh.
Sally's like, okay.
Because he was like, if you leave, I'm going to eat you.
I'm going to eat you.
She couldn't leave because he ate her Achilles heel.
Yeah. They give birth to John Romulus Brinkley in 1885.
God, what a powerful name, man.
It's so good.
Jesus.
He should have been Dr. Romulus. Isn't that
Man, that's a
badass?
good point. God
fucked up.
damn.
So John Jr. grew up with Sarah, Aunt Sally, who was his dad's wife, and his dad, John Sr.
My goodness.
3-parent household.
Yeah.
Real confusing when you're like, my dad's wife is my aunt.
Whoa.
And
Whoa. My mom is my mom's sister.
No, my mom
I know, but it's
is my
like
mom's niece.
Oh yeah, my mom is
my
mom's
aunt's
niece.
Which
mom
makes
is
her
my
cousins
aunt's
with
niece,
her, which
but
makes
also
them
my
cousins,
mom.
right? I don't know. It's a classic North Carolinian family, right? It's basically a circle.
Below
Family
that
tree is a
fucking
circle.
line, it gets a little interesting
Yeah.
in the U.S.
So when John Jr. was 5, his biological mother, who's his cousin, I think, died of tuberculosis when he was 5 years old. They were very obviously poor.
His dad's, I guess it wouldn't be his ex-wife, but his dad's ex
Lover?
is his aunt, but also his cousin.
And also his mom. It's really confusing.
My stepmom is my mom's aunt.
And my dad's wife.
Yeah, what the fuck? Man, it gets weird.
Oh, it's real weird. So
this is like a time paradox.
Yeah.
Like anytime it comes to like family relationships that are fucked, I'm like, okay, who stepped on the butterfly and what got fucked up?
It's so
it's like
crazy.
There are like 40 different ways to refer to this whole thing.
I know, it's so
and
good.
3-parent household is the easiest way to do it, but it's like how can both of us convolute this further?
Yeah. They moved around a lot because John Sr. was not a very good provider for his family.
It's because he was like, we have all the food we need in this house
right now.
You guys are standing right in front of me.
Renowned cannibal. No. So they moved a lot. John Sr. died when John Jr. was 10.
Okay.
So now all the family he has left is Aunt Sally.
Man, it's even worse than they all have the same fucking names.
I know.
Dude.
So there's John and John, there's Sarah and Sarah, but one Sarah's Sally, and one's John Jr., one's John Sr. You guys following this?
One's
Are you
John
taking
Richard
notes?
and the other is John Romulus. And his mother is
Sarah
fucking Sarah.
No, Sarah Burnett.
Yeah, Sarah Burnett.
The niece of
her-
Sarah Mingus.
Fucking God.
Okay, so Aunt Sally is the only remaining.
It sounds like a
parent
tongue
figure.
twister like song from the 50s that you would sing around a campfire.
Yeah. It's such a mess. So
There's a hole in the bog at the bottom, like whatever the fuck.
So Aunt Sally is his only remaining family by the age of 10.
Okay.
Like parent-wise, he probably has siblings.
Aunt/stepmom Sally.
Aunt Sally, who is Sarah, who is his dad's wife, who is
Sally.
the aunt of his biological mother.
Okay. Perfect. We won't return to it.
Making her his second aunt? No, I think that's
just
wrong.
be his aunt.
Would it just be his aunt?
Yeah.
His dad's wife?
Yeah.
It's all...
His dad's...
No, dad's wife, but mom is niece.
He's still in the bloodline, so it would be... I don't know.
Okay.
We just need to stop.
All right, we'll just move on. We'll move on.
God damn it.
There's another Sally coming soon, so just get ready.
We need to do a post show where we just fucking talk about this bullshit.
Create a family tree.
The family
we
spider
post
web.
it. It's just
not
a circle.
tree.
No, it's just a circle.
Fucking, it's a triangle.
Yeah. So, John Jr. goes to school for a couple months every year in the winter.
Which is a feat in and of itself, since his dad definitely couldn't read.
100%. It's like a one-room log cabin, a couple months every winter, and he immediately starts getting bullied by Sally White.
Another fucking Sally? Are you shitting me?
Another fucking Sally.
Is he related to this one in a weird way?
It's North Carolina, so probably. There's a really good chance.
He's bullied by his grandmother and classmate, Sally White.
His grandmother, 2 years younger than him, and aunt, Sally White, She is the daughter of a wealthy school board member. Somehow they had a school board.
Jesus. Okay.
Supported by someone wealthy. Probably wealthy to them, which means they probably made
They were getting by.
Average median income. And they go to school a couple years. He gets bullied a lot by this lady.
Yeah.
He graduates very loosely at 16 around 1901.
Okay.
Pretty standard for the type of schooling going on
I swear
here.
to God, does he fucking marry Sally?
Sally, his aunt?
No, classmate.
Oh, his mother.
His bully.
Wait, his mother? No. So, 1901, graduates. He gets a job as a mail carrier.
Okay.
And then he kind of is
Little
like...
mailman. Working
little
for
mailman.
the U.S. Postal Service.
He learns Morse code, and then he becomes a telegraph operator for some railroads.
Okay. Yeah.
He kind of goes east and north a bit, where they actually pay people to do jobs, rather than just having to survive by eating his family.
What a terrible fucking caveat to add in there. Where they actually pay people to do jobs and not work on plantations for free. Just some of the benefits of going north.
Yeah, so I guess I need to. I wrote these notes between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m.
That was
2
honestly
nights ago.
Phenomenal way of putting it, though. I love that. Holy shit.
Oh, God. I wasn't sure it was going to land.
That
so.
landed. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. That was a strictly wheeze laugh, and you don't get that a lot of times.
Classic. So he's doing the telegraph thing. He's working for railroads. But John has bigger dreams. He wants to make his father proud. He has dreams.
Yeah.
Of becoming a doctor.
Yeah. Good for him.
He wants to elevate himself.
Bad news, though. Your dad's dead, bro.
Yeah.
He's not proud of anything.
So he works in New York. He works in New Jersey. He's a telegrapher until 1906. He puts away a little bit of money. And then his aunt slash father's wife
Okay.
slash legal mother,
Okay.
Sarah slash Sally, Aunt Sally, dies.
Oh, no. That's okay, because his real mom's still alive. His biological mother is still alive.
No, his biological mother died when he was 5.
Oh, shit.
Remember tuberculosis?
I missed that. Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
When you talked about that, I was fucked up about the whole relationship dynamic still.
I knew. That's why I had to recap a little bit.
You.
So she dies. He kind of leaves his job for a little bit, goes back to North Carolina, because he does have family. Because it's like a weird fucking clan.
We know he has family. It's the entire city he grew up in, his family.
Pretty much. So he goes back, he does the funeral thing, he mourns, he's sad. It's a very depressing time of his life, as you would expect.
Yeah.
But he seeks out comfort in other people.
Yeah. So someone that bullied him. And
Sally White comforts him.
Do you want to know what's so fucked up about it? Is that he was like, I'm going back for my mother Sally's funeral, and the first Sally he met after, it was like, if this isn't an indication that you have mommy issues and that you have massive amounts of trauma and you're growing up, oy, that he's like, the person who bullied me through elementary school named Sally, that's who I'm going with.
They got married a month after Aunt Sally died.
Who could have ever expected that?
Yep.
Replace one with the other. His second step cousin Sally.
Yeah, probably.
However the fuck this weird relationship's going to be.
So Sally White and John Romulus Brinkley get married within a month.
She's like, haha, your mom died. And he was like, she turns me on so bad.
I love being bullied.
He's like, holy shit, I am so hard.
I am bricked.
Make fun of me again.
Yeah, can you do that again? Make fun of me like my mom did.
Can you do it in my mother's voice?
Can I call you Aunt Sally? Don't ask why.
She already knew why.
I know.
She's like, oh yeah, I used to make fun of you with that all the time, and he's like, yeah, I have a shame kink.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And this is kind of where it goes weird.
This is where it goes weird.
Yeah. Well, for this episode, spoiler alert, this is a two-parter. Based on how we're going, this could be a three-parter.
Jesus. Hey, we'll gauge it.
We'll gauge it. So
damn.
They got a job together. They decide to go into business together.
Okay, but what does she bring to the table?
Well,
Because he's now a doctor, or he's an aspiring doctor.
He's an aspiring doctor and a telegrapher.
Yeah. And she's a bully?
And
still?
she's a schoolyard bully.
Okay.
They start traveling around as posing as Quaker doctors.
Oh my God, dude.
I don't know how they maybe he ran out of money to go back to his actual job in New York. Like he was making good money in New York and New Jersey.
She bullied him out of it. She's like, only pussies are from New York, John Romulus. And he's like, she's right.
Yeah, I want to be a doctor. I'm going to pose as a Quaker religious doctor. So they would travel to town to town and put on shows, like in Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
They would go put on shows selling patent medicine, literally snake oil. It's called patent medicine because its ingredients are a secret.
They have a patent on it.
No, because
not even that.
They just say it's patented, which means it can be a secret. What's in it?
Christ, and it's just fucking New Jersey water.
It's usually a random. Yeah, they're gonna get child cancer. No, it's basically a mix of just random over-the-counter medications.
Yeah, it's just Tylenol and cocaine.
Yeah, probably. And they would put on these shows, have this whole big backstory, and sell this medicine.
Are we talking about like the origin of doTERRA?
It is essentially doTERRA. It's the doTERRA method.
It's essential oil.
Essential oily.
It's essentially oils.
They meet up with a guy they call Dr. Burke.
These all sound
These
like
names are so ridiculous.
These sound like names in like a 1950s comic, like Sunday comics series.
There were so many times I was researching for this story, and I was like, "That's fake."
Now
and then
Dr.
I found
Burke.
6 more sources that say no. That's Dr. Burke. What the fuck?
God damn.
And they start selling virility tonics. They start selling boner
hell yeah.
pills.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Quack boner pills.
Yeah, because Sally's abused his dick so fucking bad, using it like for a speed bag, making fun of him. But he was like, I gotta find a way to make this thing work again.
Within a year, 1907, they settle down in Chicago. They make enough money from the traveling. They go to Chicago, settle down. They have a daughter that November. And he's finally like, okay, we've got some money. We got jobs. We don't have to do the traveling show anymore.
I'm not a real doctor yet.
I'm still not a real doctor, and I've got a family to take care of. So let's go legit and enroll in Bennett Medical College, which is really weird because that's his mom's last name. His biological mother's last name, who was his cousin, it was Sarah Bennett, right? So he goes to Bennett Medical College.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, fucking
wait,
weird.
Was it Bennett? I didn't think it was. I thought
Or it
was,
might have been Burnett.
Yeah, I think it was Burnett. Yeah.
But I just think it's
close.
weird.
It's close enough.
It's weird. This college...
He's somehow related to like the founder.
Yeah. No, this college was an eclectic medicine college.
Bennett College.
Bennett
Fucking God,
College.
dude.
So it was... Eclectic medicine at this time period was... herbal remedies and tonics was the basis of it, and they really put in perspective.
They're like,
the American Medical Association existed.
Yeah.
There was legitimate medical research going on in the U.S. at this time.
It was somebody that went on a trip to China once.
Probably.
And they got treated for like a cold. And they were like, oh, yes. Eastern holistic medication.
Leaves work.
Yeah.
Not knowing that leaf has aspirin in it or something.
And that it's like specific to that
that region. 100%.
Oh, that looks like a maple leaf. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn.
And, it did come at a time when they were still doing some bloodletting and purges and stuff in more mainstream medicine. But he was like, I want to do this eclectic medicine because I already sell fake tonics.
Yeah, he's like, I'm already balls deep in this.
So he goes there. Also,
how many leeches do you think that college had?
none.
Really? You don't think
Because
they
it's
had any?
eclectic medicine. They're not mainstream. They're alternative medicine.
This is true. And
for
that
the
was-
early 1900s.
That was kind of the thing.
That was mainstream.
Yeah. Shit.
So they were also unaccredited.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
It was a 4-year degree to become a doctor at this school.
And it's so Bennett College. At what point did it shift and turn into Nightingale Nursing College?
Yeah, right. they got acquired pretty quickly. So he's in school at night. He's working during the day.
Okay.
Sally kept buying shit that she didn't need, that nobody needed.
She's using up all his college
spending
tuition.
all his college money. So he gets into a lot of debt.
Oh,
he gets student
no.
loan shit.
Which is great when you're already a fucking scam artist.
Yeah, she keeps buying shit on credit, essentially.
Which,
Like
is
store credit.
impossible to do back then.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
She's basically going to the corner store saying, hey, I want this couch.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back next
Put
week.
it on my
Put
tab.
it on my tab.
God damn.
And he starts pretty early within probably after the first year of school, he starts learning about glandular extracts.
I want to go back to the debt thing.
Okay.
Because I think it's funny how it's like they're going into debt, but during this time, it was basically as simple as like, we'll just move a town over and never come back to Chicago.
It was also, you could work part-time, own a house, own property, and pay for all your schooling. He
Yeah.
was getting in
Yeah.
debt because Sally was,
Yeah.
not Aunt Sally, sorry, Freudian slip.
Wife
Sally,
schoolmate Sally.
school bully Sally, was spending all the money.
Yeah.
Like, it was such an easy time to, when you were in an area like that, to just have a part-time job and buy everything.
And then just get like 3 people to back you up and be like, oh, corner store lies. Like, they
Yeah.
say that I owe them money, and that's not true.
You just break in, burn it down, because all the records are paper.
Yeah, just ruin his local, not even accreditation, but like his fucking what's
I
the
know
word?
what you're
like
saying.
local
Fuck.
fame or whatever.
His reputation.
Yeah, just
I know what
shit
you
on
mean,
his
yeah.
reputation, and
And people will believe it.
yeah, you're not going to owe anything in the future because everyone's going to be like, oh, he's racking up my fucking
Yeah.
debt.
Or move
Yeah.
2 miles away.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they going to do?
Change your name, but not with the city, just with the people that you know.
Yeah.
God.
So he's introduced to glandular extracts in school,
Oh,
where they extract liquids, substances from glands, mostly from animals.
okay.
Put them into tonics, and then you drink them, or, I don't know, enema them, or things like that. So, like, animal balls and shit like that. And there's a lot of, like,
So fucking
fake
like
ideas.
cow, like bull semen kind of shit.
It's like cow balls. You extract from the cow balls,
Yeah, we're
and
getting
that'll
it
help.
from the glands.
And that'll help you with your male virility. And it's like, you take from the gland in the brain, and it helps with your brain. Like, it was not based in reality.
Just drink bull semen and you'll become more virile.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, nothing more masculine than drinking some cum.
Yeah, true.
So he
And that's
really,
a PP guarantee.
That's a PP guarantee.
We're gonna make shirts of that.
Yeah,
Nothing more masculine than drinking cum.
I'd wear that shirt to Comic-Con.
And then it has a little blue pill with our symbol on it.
Oh, fuck yeah. That'd be great. All right, design that. Write that down. No. So he realizes to really make it as a doctor, you got to kind of specialize so that people come from all around to work on you. So he decides, I'm going to specialize in these glandular extracts for a little bit. Like, that's what I'm going to learn about.
Okay, yeah.
It's the use of animal glands with
what
within medicine.
That's what I'm going to learn about from this non-accredited college.
Yeah.
It's really just some guy's house.
Alternative medicine college, yeah. So he's gone to school for 2 years. He's got debts. He's working double shifts. He's working his ass off.
Yeah.
He comes home and
Working his balls off.
yeah, working his balls off. He comes home, and his wife left him and took the kid.
It's because he didn't have any more money for her to fucking.
Well, he was
Take.
gone all the time.
What a dick.
Yeah, so
Fucking doctors these days.
she immediately serves.
What a bully, honestly.
What a bully, yeah. So she sues him for divorce and child support and alimony. You know what he does? He initially agrees. He pays 2 months of alimony and child support and says, "This is too damn much money I'm
And then
paying."
he's like, oh my God, I forgot she affirmed all those Legos in that Xbox.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, ah, fuck.
Fuck, this is so much debt. So he did what any rational doctor in training would do. He kidnaps his daughter and moves to Canada.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah.
He says,
Bounce
fuck
the
you,
border.
bitch. He
Peace.
jumps the border. And Sally tried to file for an extradition order. No one was going for
This
it.
is the early 1900s. Nobody's doing that shit
Yeah.
with Canada.
So she ends up dropping the suit, the lawsuit fully
Yeah.
for him to come back to Chicago with the kid, and they reunite their marriage. It's got to work out this time, right?
What the fuck?
They get back together somehow.
God, he's as delusional as his dad.
And so she.
Yeah.
So
She's like, I just can't find anyone else with like the fucking shame kink, and that's my personality now.
Yeah.
No one else will let me spend all of your fucking money and slap them around at the end of the night for not having
Exactly.
more money.
in 1911, he finishes his third year of college. I'm sure their relationship was great that year. They had another daughter. Sally left him again and then came back.
Oh my God, dude.
Got to work this time.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm.
It'll work this time. That's fine.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, third time she's come back. Third year of very real college. Probably the third time they've moved. I don't fucking know. It's a lot of threes.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Well,
It's-
you see,
the stars are beginning to align.
again, he did what any rational doctor in training would do. And he realized, I'm never going to be able to pay off these debts. I'm not going to be able to finish going to school. They're not going to let me finish my fourth year. I'm not going to get the diploma unless I pay all this shit off. So he moves back to North Carolina with the family.
Yeah, they're never going to find him.
No, not at all. So he skips his debts. He moves back to North Carolina.
Jesus, never
Him and
finished
Sally
his
are
degree.
still together. Not yet. And he starts working in town as an undergraduate physician, which
God.
apparently exists, but it feels like something he made up. I don't know, an undergraduate physician,
huh?
which means he's a doctor who didn't go to graduate school,
Yeah.
which means he's not a doctor.
Well,
but
I mean, even I like to think that the degree that he would get from Bennett College is just like it's like a Post-it note that the the dean just like was like got the degree and like a check mark
Yeah.
and signed it.
a thumbs up.
Yeah,
Draws
so
a little
it's
thumbs
like
up.
he wouldn't have gotten one from there anyway.
Yeah.
God.
So he's moving town to town, just like his dad did, bringing his family with him, trying to find work as an undergraduate doctor. But every time he would go into town, he would run into competition from just a doctor,
Yeah.
like a legitimate doctor.
That's like, how would you treat this? And he's like, I would spit on it. And they're like, that's not how that's treated. This is we're into the 1900s now, dude.
Yeah, at this point, we're moving away from leeches. Like, we know better. We actually have
They're
medical
like,
journals
do you
now.
know what penicillin is? And he's like, what? Penicillin?
Penis illin?
They're like, oh, God.
Oh, God.
Don't hire this man.
So he, again, realizes, fuck, I should have just finished school.
Penicillin? That's what my pills fix.
Yeah, that's the kind of doctor I am. So yeah, he realizes, fuck, I should have finished schooling. He tries to enroll in a college in Missouri, but the previous school wouldn't release the transcripts because he didn't pay them.
Because they're not real.
And that.
They send him over and they're like, you got to start from scratch. These don't count at all.
I mean,
What the fuck is slug?
that is what they told
What the
him.
fuck is slug sciences?
The what is that? Testicology.
Testicology.
So he can't get back into like the same school network and have his credits actually count.
Yeah, anywhere.
So I mean,
Except for Bennett
because they wouldn't
College.
send it.
Yeah.
He enrolls in the Kansas City Eclectic Medical University.
Did they work with Bennett College?
No. Well, Bennett College wouldn't send out the transcripts because he owed him money.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So he enrolls. He has to start all the way over from the beginning. Another 4 years of school.
Oh, great.
But luckily, he paid some tuition and they sent him a diploma. It was a diploma mill. It was totally a fake college. So he got his diploma.
Yeah, so the fake doctor got a
his
fake
degree.
diploma.
Yep. And they moved to New York for a little bit and then back to Chicago.
That eclectic college, Kansas State University.
Yeah. Nowadays, that is Kansas State. Now, they moved back to Chicago, and his wife gives him an ultimatum.
Uh-oh.
She says, stop trying to be a doctor, just work a regular job and support your family, or I'm leaving you. And
You'll
I'm
be
taking
back.
the kids.
You'll be back.
He probably said that, yeah. No, he made the rational choice now as an accredited doctor with successfully petitioning the medical board to get a license to treat, a license to practice.
He goes, there are other Sallys in the ocean.
He says, no, I'm going to be a doctor, and she leaves, walks off into the sunset.
Wow.
With his 3 daughters
Oh,
now.
no.
And so he probably thought, now that the dead weight's gone,
Yeah. 2 weeks later, she
he
came knocking
sets
on
up.
the door.
Nope.
She's gone forever.
She's gone.
She officially left.
She's gone. She gave him the ultimatum and said, go fuck yourself. So dead weight's gone. He opens a business in South Carolina, despite this happening in Chicago. Then he moves back to South Carolina. Well,
Yeah. This one's not North Carolina
this
now.
one's South.
Yeah.
And
It's different now. He's a new man.
This is I just love, this is how you start your physician career. He meets up with a guy named James Crawford. They open a business. The business is called Greenville Electromedic Doctors.
Oh, that's badass.
It's kind of badass.
That's
Sounds like
kinda
it should
sick.
be in like
Yep.
Fallout or the underwater one.
Oh, BioShock.
BioShock, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a serum you would inject into your
It
fucking
would.
arm in BioShock.
And it's basically a men's health clinic.
Yeah, so a boner clinic.
It's a boner clinic. And their main treatment was injections of Salvarsan, which is a very, very old nowadays antibiotic.
Okay.
This is before penicillin. And it was
It's just gangrene.
it was a very early treatment for syphilis.
Okay.
It's not as effective as penicillin and other modern antibiotics, but it was a big deal for the time. So they would do these big injections. They would also kind of advertise it as electric medicine from Germany, which is great.
Shit, dude.
That's badass.
Marking anything with electric at the time.
It was so
everybody
in
was
vogue.
eating up shit with radium in it. Like it's
No,
a,
they
it's a
love-
perfect time period for being like putting a little lightning bolt on something.
Yeah, I mean, there were man, electricity at this point was like people were interested in like static electricity.
Yeah.
They would create these like it's a glass ball with a glass ball over it, and then you could rotate them in like over each other, and it would generate so much static electricity that you could hold hands with everyone at the party and touch it,
And it would
and everybody
shock
gets
everyone.
shocked.
Jesus.
Like people loved electric shit. It was
It's like-
so in vogue.
electric charge to your fucking balls will make your dick grow.
Yeah. And people were like, that makes sense. And these shots cost $25 a piece.
Damn.
In the early 1900s.
That's a lot, man.
$800 in 2023 money.
Ooh, 800 each.
Each. And it turns out they were just dyeing well water. Different colors.
I was gonna make a joke when you were like, oh, this fucking whatever the thing, the syphilis like
Yeah,
cure
the
or whatever.
Salvarsan.
I was like, oh, it's just river water.
It basically
virtually
is
the same,
It's river
yeah.
water with dye in it.
Yeah, that's
so
why I made
they
the
were probably
gangrene
making
joke.
it. They were probably making it like green and blue and red or something,
Oh,
just to make
Jesus.
it crazy. So they just inject water into these guys. After 2 months, they skipped town. They took their money,
Fucking
And left.
$800 of
a shot.
fucking old fucking well water.
Mm-hmm.
Me oh my.
And they left their bills unpaid. They didn't pay rent at all.
Because what are they gonna
didn't-
do?
They hired tailors to tailor them doctor outfits and like nice clothes and shit. Never paid them.
And I mean, we've talked about this before with fraudsters, with like, oh well, you know, you go to a new town and you just go, oh, my social security number is like 6, and people are like, oh, okay, cool, like, yeah, you are this person. It's crazy.
You know the number.
Yeah, it's easy to just fucking bounce.
40
grow a mustache and never come back.
Yeah, they owed money to 40 locals.
Oh my
in town.
God.
And they head to Memphis, Tennessee.
Little Memphis, Tennessee.
John meets 21-year-old Minnie Jones. Her name's Minerva.
Oh, okay.
Badass.
I
was like, hopefully not another Sally.
Yeah.
She's
Minerva or Minnie is pretty close to Mingle though, which is
Mingus. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Mingle is also really good. So Minnie Jones.
All stupid words.
It's all made up. Yeah. He's 28. She's 21. She's the daughter of a local Memphis physician, a real one.
Oh.
Who actually went to college and is like on the forefront. So after 4 days of courtship, they get married.
Oh, no. The discussion at dinner is going to go really badly, isn't it?
Well, I think
4 days getting
Papa
married
Jones was just like, oh, you're marrying a doctor?
A doctor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But it's like, imagine sitting down at the table and he's like, so, tell me what you're into. And he's like,
glandular extracts.
Glandular extracts. And the dad just has a stroke.
Yeah, just fucking dies.
And he can't treat it. Because he's not a real doctor.
Yeah. So 4 days they get married.
Do something. And he's like, he just pees on him.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Like, let me extract from his ball sack.
Starts fucking squeezing his balls.
Jerking him
off.
off.
Not even jerking him off. Yeah. He's like, something will happen.
He's jerking off the balls.
I'm activating his glands. Jesus.
So yeah, they go on a honeymoon because he's loaded still.
Yeah.
Because he just skipped town.
Because he just ran away with everybody's money.
And they travel across towns, they travel across states, they're visiting all these places.
But not North Carolina.
And he gets arrested in Knoxville.
Oh, God. What for?
Well, it turns out he had a warrant out for his arrest.
Why?
And he gets extradited back to Greenville, or South Carolina.
No.
And he's put on trial for practicing medicine without a license and passing bad checks.
Damn, who would have thought that Tennessee would fucking hold his ass to the flame?
Right? And I just love this. So he, as we know, he was rational, a doctor, he held to a higher standard. So he blamed it all on his business partner, Crawford.
What a bitch.
And then he basically gave them enough evidence. He said, I know where he is. He's here. This is all the evidence I have against him. What are you going to do?
What a dick.
So they go and they arrest Crawford. And they met in jail again.
Oh, fuck.
But it wasn't revealed that he threw him under the bus. They were just like, oh, good to see you again. Sucks like, we got caught.
I can't believe we got caught. Let's do this in Florida.
Let's try this again. Well, so he gets out of jail.
Uh-huh.
He and Minnie have a son.
Oh, good.
Yeah, more
thank
kids.
God, yeah.
And they end up settling the case out of court for their debts. Basically saying, all the different people they owed money to came to the conclusion of, you owe us this much. Yeah. Pay it, and we're not going to pursue the court. He says, okay, Crawford, go ahead. I forgot my wallet.
Yeah.
So Crawford...
I'm broke since jail.
You go ahead and pay them.
Yeah.
And
I'll pay you back.
He was also really lucky that his father-in-law, Dr. Jones...
Oh, God.
...was very wealthy. So he paid his bail and put $200 towards his debts, which is equivalent to $6,500 today.
Jesus.
Well, in 2023. But Daddy Physician was like, I'm sure this was just a large misunderstanding.
Yeah. I've had plenty of these.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of women accuse me of not knowing what gynecology is.
Yeah.
God.
So he just gets away with it. He basically pays nothing. And just...
What a piece of shit.
Skips town, and he's fine. He's finally able to rejoin his new wife.
Debt-free. Scot-free now.
Yeah, scot-free, has a son.
Except he's still got a couple kids chilling.
Well, yeah. Guess who comes knocking on their door?
Sally.
Sally shows up.
Who could have thought she would return?
Says, hey, Minnie.
Where's my money?
I'm still technically married to this guy. We never formally got a divorce.
Oh, God, dude.
The marriage that you guys have is illegal, bigamy,
Oh,
and
God.
you and your husband, my ex, who's actually just my husband, can go to jail. This can ruin his doctor career.
She's like, honey, he's gone to jail already.
Yeah. So they skip town.
Hey, fair.
Dr. Brinkley and Minnie skip town to avoid confrontation with Sally. And he joins the Army Reserve Medical Corps. He gets his big break. He is a doctor in the Army Reserve.
He's so dumb, dude. Change your fucking name, John.
Nope.
John Romulus Brinkley is an easy name to fucking follow, dude. If you were like, I don't know, James Jones or some bullshit, like, so much easier to just stay under the radar while you have your crazy ex-wife. Well, I guess crazy
Current
not
wife.
ex-wife with your like new hot young fling. Just change your fucking names.
But that was
Jeez,
his dad's
so
name.
Dumb. Oh yeah, his renowned Dr. John Richard fucking Brinkley.
Yeah. Renowned
Yeah.
Confederate States medic.
Yeah. He knew everything about the the inside of somebody's body, but that was just so that he knew what not to eat.
Yeah, exactly. He learned through cannibalism.
He wasn't a surgeon.
All right. So
God.
finally,
So he joins the
Army Reserve.
Yeah.
And he gets, he's getting some pay for that. He's still going
As a
around
doctor, though.
As a doctor.
Yeah.
He's going
still-
around trying to get like a job, a more steady job, because they're just skipping town until they can find something. And he gets a big break, like massive break.
Oh.
A
you mean
successful
again?
a successful physician was retiring and needed somebody to take over his office.
Oh, that's so lucky.
He shows up and says, "Yes, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Here's my diploma. Your medical clinic is in good hands."
You know, he could have just gone to fucking Kansas State University with a new name and they would have given him a new degree anyway.
Yeah.
Still under Brinkley.
So he immediately just steps into this already very successful doctor's clinic
Yeah.
for this town.
Tons of patients.
Already profiting.
Yeah.
Baked in patients. All the work was already done. He just had to show
It was
up.
a simpler time.
And he started making a shitload of
Oh,
money.
yeah,
He's making
dude.
an ass load. He pays off his debt. He pays off his tuition debt. He
Jesus.
goes back to school while being a doctor in this
Yeah.
clinic and finishes his last year and gets the original degree he was going for
At Bennett College?
at Bennett College because he
Oh
paid
my
him off.
God, dude.
Still unaccredited.
Yeah, still a bullshit college, but
Yeah.
neither,
But
neither here nor there.
He
Because
got
he's
his
rich now.
degree and studied the irritations and enlargement of the prostate.
Oh my God, this dude.
He is a
fucking,
prostate
like,
a 4-year prostate doctor.
That's impressive.
Love it.
He's a 7-year prostate
Well,
doctor. Thank you
well.
very much.
He
He's a 7-year male genitalia.
yeah, he stares at dick and balls a lot.
Yeah.
He graduates officially with what is at this time his first legal diploma that does allow him to perform minor medicine, not kids, in 8 states.
Okay.
With his fake degree from Bennett,
Yeah.
he can practice medicine in 8 states at this point.
Oh my God.
Legally, somehow. 4 years of school,
And
learning
he's-
about the prostate.
And he's got a doctor that's already didn't vet him, but gave him the okay to his
To take
entire
over his
clientele
entire clientele.
base.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And he actually just sells the clinic. He said, I made enough money here. I'm passing it on to the next doctor
Who buys
for a big chunk of money.
buys a fucking cart and pony.
Nope. He works at, he gets a job at a meat packing plant
What the fuck?
as a doctor.
Why?
Well, just in case you get hurt at the factory.
So he's like the meat packing plant's doctor.
First aid doctor.
Okay.
And it's really weird, but basically he would patch up little wounds here and there, injuries on the line.
Yeah, get a little spray bottle of fucking lizard cum.
And he would practice anatomy on the animals that would come in. They would be slaughtered, processed, canned.
Oh, I was thinking like a mouse gets in and he's like, ah!
I mean, he might. But interestingly enough, everybody at this plant says, oh, the goats who come in here that we slaughter, they're always the healthiest animals
And
that
he goes,
come in here.
send me the male goats
And he says,
first.
can I see the balls?
Yeah, can you show me its cock and balls?
So, I don't know. It's weird, but he now has, like, a legit degree. Well, somewhat legit degree. He has a somewhat legit experience being a doctor that's good on paper. And he...
Do you think he got run out of town at that last job?
Well, I think he did. I honestly
The
think
more
he
I
did.
think about it, I'm like, I wonder if he was trying to treat everything by just like jerking off onto it, and people are like, what the fuck is this?
I think he was not successful in
Kind of
treatments.
ruined his
Started to
his
lose clientele, and then bailed town and sold it to somebody who didn't know better.
He's like, oh, work at a meatpacking plant because those are
Nobody's
easy.
checking my name.
Yeah, because sewing up little cuts are easier than diagnosing like
Actual medical.
1920s AIDS.
Yeah, 1920s diabetes.
Yeah.
And at this point, now that he's legit, he actually is worried about his bitch of a wife, Sally, coming out and ruining his medical career.
Dude, for fuck's... For how many times he's skipping town, it astounds me that he's not doing like the most basic thing when you skip town.
Yeah, change your name.
Jesus Christ.
He
This
officially...
is like that episode that you talked about with the guy that like disappeared from his family and somebody stole his name and came back
Yeah.
as him. It's
Yeah.
the same stupid shit. Figure it out.
We're almost done here with this episode, with this first part, so I'm glad we split it.
This first installment.
Yeah. He files for a divorce
Mm-hmm.
in 1915.
Okay.
He files for the divorce in New York, even though they never got married in New York. You're supposed to file for divorce where you got married in this time. And then he told them, I don't know where she lives anymore, so...
I filed.
I don't know.
That's all that matters. Oh,
Because they
Jesus.
didn't want the court to actually approach her and say, hey, he's filing for a divorce. You want some money?
Yeah.
So he just files and says, no, she doesn't want anything from me. I don't know where she lives, though.
And the court goes, all righty.
Yeah, they
Sounds good. Good, sir.
100%.
Those 1900s women are crazy. Trying to get the right to vote.
Yeah. Ugh.
They want to work in a workforce.
Want to provide for themselves.
They want their own spending money.
Ugh.
God damn.
The nerve. So they officially get divorced because he fucking lies.
Wow. Leave it to fucking John Romulus.
And he and Minnie get married again. Again breaking the law, because the law
Because
at the
it's
time was
not-
you have to wait 6 months before getting married after a divorce.
Jesus Christ.
They get married like the day after.
Probably the same day. He
Probably
files
the
it and
same
just
day,
tells
yeah.
the judge, he's like, can you officiate?
No, yeah. No, he sends it in the mail and backdates the date on it. And they're married. Then, disaster. He gets called into service in World War I
Oh,
because he's in the
shit.
Army Reserves.
Oh, shit.
He gets called to the trenches in 1915, 1916.
Oh, God. This is going to end so badly.
And this is where we're going to leave it. So I just have some little bylines here. Next week, next episode, we're going to see how does our rational hero fare in the trenches.
Yeah, how
of
does
World
he
War
treat
I?
Trenchfoot? I'm curious.
Does Sally, any of them, fuck off?
Any of them. Does Sally fuck off or come back? Which Sally? That's up to you to find out next week.
Is he legally even able to be practicing medicine anywhere?
Or is he legally able to be married to his wife?
Find out next week. On the
next
PP.
Monday. Oh, God, dude. You were right. This is pretty fucking preposterous. And I
fucking
bet it's going to get
preposterous.
weirder.
The next episode. Here, let's see. I'm going to show you my notes. So don't read, obviously.
Yeah.
This is the line. Look at the bar.
Yeah, that's...
Part 2's longer.
Oh, shit. Might be a part 3. We'll see.
No. We'll cruise. We'll cruise.
Goodness gracious.
Dude, none of you are going to even expect where this story goes. Like, teaser. I could do a little teaser. Mexico.
What the fuck?
Hold on.
Good God.
Almost has nothing to do with medicine.
John, God damn it.
And
figure
it's
it the
just,
fuck out.
He interrupts. This is fine. He interrupts a doctor's work attempting to graft monkey testicles onto another human.
Okay,
uninvited.
No more spoilers.
I'm just gonna scroll. I've got a news article. Oh yeah. Politics comes into this.
Oh, God.
We will be discussing politics.
So if you take anything away from this episode, it's trust no Brinkley.
Trust no Brinkley and trust no Sally.
Yeah, trust no Sally or Brinkley. Goodness. Well, as we said at the start of the fucking show, if you guys would like an ad-free version of the show, an extra exclusive episode every single month, AJ's series called Voices, or a bunch of like 30 plus sloppy seconds, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/points-o-pressure. We have a free tier on there. Make an account. You get access to a couple little things. It's cool as hell. Also, if you want to see our tattoos that we got at the same time,
Our weeb twos.
yeah, go check us out. You got those names?
I do. So we've got the board, the medical board of Pressure Points.
Yeah, the medical board.
Minnie D. Thomas and Toddle Waddle. Thank you guys.
They all insisted that Dr. Brinkley is in fact a real doctor.
Yes.
When we brought this episode up, they were like,
yeah.
"Oh, Dr. Brinkley, we've read a lot of his findings."
We've read his journals.
They were like, "We know a lot about his prostate studies."
Yeah,
So-
we actually practice them on each other.
So thank you three.
Yeah, thank you. His prostate
For vetting the
regeneration
episode, yeah.
surgery. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got Abby, AJ's Third Nut, Nordic Thunder, Weston. AJ's Third Nut
AJ's
is
Third
such
Nut
a good
fits
fucking
perfectly
name for this
in this.
episode. Nordic Thunder, Weston, Dark Runner, D's Nuts, G-Dog, Grover, Hayden, Laura Revo, and Lindo. Thank you all so much for being here and letting me go on a maniacal rant about a doctor?
cock and ball doc. Perfect. Well, if you guys ever have any recommendations for movies, TV shows, music, books, dirty and clean magazines, religious magazines, whatever you would like, reach out to us. If you just need somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at pointsopressure. You can also go to our website or send us an email at ppdnaj@gmail.com. Website, pointsopressure.com. We'll catch you bitches next Monday for part 2.